Oh hey, what's up fellas? And for that one lady that watches my show, how's it going? It's a beautiful day here at the shop. You want to hang out today? Check out that sky. It's a beautiful happy Friday today, so let's do some work. I've got this Beamer that's gonna get some suspension. So let's bust some wheels off. I hope your week was as good as mine. It rained like a motherfucker here. All week except for today. But today is a nice beautiful day and I've been in my cage, my cave, chilling. And I just had to clean up my shop a bit because I've been way backed up on stuff. So got the wheels off and here's the suspension goods. Looks like some Brand X eBay action by the looks of it. And then he's got these rear arms for camber adjustment, I suppose, but yeah, I'll be installing this stuff. So let's do it. Let's do some helmet cam action. I haven't done a helmet cam video in a while, so let me get strapped up here and we'll do this and we'll get some suspension done. And wow, there is no front sway bar. Oh, it's connected to the bottom control arm. Ah, see, there I go, trying to use my brain and it backfires again. Right? The story of my life. But yeah, got the helmet cam on. Hopefully things are looking good, things are sounding good. Not sure if they are, but if they're not, I'll find out later and I won't upload this video. Anyway, Halloween is coming up. Do you guys dress up? Do you guys go to parties? I don't. I did last year, but it wasn't particularly exciting or worth it. I like chilling, to be quite honest. BMW uses 16mm sizes. 13s, 16s, really rather interesting. Anyway, my back hurts. You guys don't want to hear about that. And how my hip has been giving me trouble. God, 38 and my hip is giving me trouble. I think it's because I just pivot too much on the bitch and it's not. It's not healthy. Because I notice I just get out of my chair and I'm like, whoosh, like a ninja, quick, 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 get moving. And I'm like 210 right now at least. And that's not easy on my bones. Anyway, enough of that. Probably got this. It's got a lock. Yeah, crap. Let me try to come up with something. Maybe a better. Alright, so it's official. My back hurts. I'm not gonna work on this too much today. I'm gonna go home later. Go home soon and chill. But I should at least try to stick it out for a little while and get some of this stuff going and done so we can chill for a little while. And I'll tell you a story. How about that? I'll tell you something interesting that I have going on in my head, which I don't know how good it's gonna be, but especially since my back is hurting. So I know this guy, and I met him at the racetrack. He was very enthusiastic. This was on at Bremerton Motorsports Park. So I take a ferry to get over there, and which is brilliant because you know, before a day on a track day, I'm gonna be spending all damn day at the racetrack with a helmet on, going like this and this and this. So it's nice to chill and look out a window. Anyway. So I met him on the boat, I think on the way back, and he was a very enthused young man. Washers. And he found out I was a mechanic, so he took an interest, and we developed kind of a friendship. And he was a super hobbyist guy. Like, he does all kinds of stuff. He's into film, he's into everything is what it seemed like. But anyway, I went to his wedding, and one time I was working on his car. He had a Miata, and boy, I worked on his Miata for a weekend. He worked with me. We put in a rear differential, a clutch, an exhaust manifold. I mean, we spent all weekend doing all kinds of mods to his car, which was fun. And this is his strike one. He says to me, well, how much? How much for your work? He didn't just say that. He gets out his checkbook and he goes, okay, Noah, tell me how much. And I thought about it. I said to myself, what's the minimum that I'm willing to take? Because I did like doing the work and it was fun hanging out with him. So there was that. So I said, how about I said 150, you know, which normally would have been, you know, $600, $800, I don't know, a lot of money. And he says to me, how about 100? And I looked at him, you know, crooked-eyed and crazy, like, really? Whatever, man. Like, you know, like I was shocked. And then he proceeded to write the check for $100. And I was like, I'll get over this. It's fine. No big deal. He just lowballed his friend for doing all this work after asking with a checkbook in his hand how much. And I thought it was very reasonable what I proposed to him. I tried to get over it, and I didn't do such a great job. But the next day, he was Google chatting me. Not Google chatting me. This is Messenger back then. MSN Messenger. And he says the next day, he's like, oh, I got this leak in my shifter boot or something. He's just like, what could this be and stuff? And I was busy at work doing my work, you know, where they pay me good money. And he kept badgering me about stuff on the car, grilling me. And he was like, when can I get it back in to do more stuff? And I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I don't want to work on your thing anymore. It just totally took the fun out of it by even asking for money or offering anything. And he badgered me to the point where I was like, no, I don't work on your car anymore. I'm done. That's enough. I've had more than my share. So he was like, whoa, what? I was like, man. So that was strike one. I didn't like that. Then his lady friend, I don't know, kind of made up with me. She was like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's whatever, you know. We talked about it and he's fine. Whatever. So I had dinner with him. And it's all to the good. Well, anyway, me and one of my best friends and him were like, let's do a race team. Let's do a, what do you call it? Chump racing. 24 hours of lemons. We went, we found a car. And then he wanted to, my best friend wanted to have his brother be on the team, and he was suggesting it. And then this other friend of mine who had the Miata was saying, oh no, I want a winning team. I want a serious team. And so me and my buddy Sean were like, that's not the right attitude, you know, like, you don't even know this guy, or you haven't even met him, and you're just based on the fact that he doesn't have a lot of driving experience, you don't want him on the team. We thought that was kind of shite. So we were like, never mind, we're out. We're gonna find something better to do. And we did. But anyway, he did a few more things that kind of irked me. It just made me feel like, what's this guy's attitude, you know? So I wasn't really hanging out with him or anything. Then my buddy, my best friend, says, oh my God, check out the news. And sure enough, I took a look, and he had apparently they had arrested him. The police arrested him. So yes, I got online, and sure enough, there was a picture of him, and he had been arrested for the suspicion of murder in the first degree. And apparently what he had done was pulled up next to somebody while they were driving in the oncoming lane. So there's 2 lanes of traffic, and the victim's car is here in a Subaru Forester. He pulls up behind him in his BMW M car. Anyway, he pulls up on the oncoming traffic lane right up next to him and pulls out his gun and shot through his own window and hit the guy 4 times. I think he shot 6 times and hit the guy in the head, you know. And then he sped off, peeled out, and as soon as I read that, I was like, yep, that's what he did. That's what he did. Shocked, you know? But I didn't doubt it, you know? I could see that happening, even as disgusting as that sounds. Like, yep, that sounds like something that he might be capable of. I don't want to think that anybody's capable of those things, but I definitely had a nice handful of experiences. Not outrageous experiences, but experiences that made me go, what's the thought process behind, you know, what is the motivation behind these activities? You know, I just knew it was true. I could feel that was the reality, is that he had done that in my heart or whatever. And I didn't want to. You don't want to think those things. So he was, you know, claiming not guilty at first. Why are there washers and spacers here? It comes with them. That's weird. Oh, hello. But he had later, you know, his court hearing was scheduled for like 3 months after the fact, after I heard about it, you know, after it came out that this had happened and transpired. And leading up to the trial, he represented himself in the trial, which again says something about his character, I believe. But one thing about this guy that I remember was that him and his girlfriend went to this like self-help grand meeting of, you know, spirituality. It wasn't spirituality, it was, you know, free your mind with the power of will, you know, like you have the power to be and create who you want to be. That kind of stuff. I remember hearing that. That was another moment where I was like, normal people don't really go for this. So anyway, yeah, there was that. I think she was real religious, but I shouldn't tell you everything about that. Just get hung up on everything. Wow, my hip. Oh. So what came out during that time before the trial and after that was a video of him at a shooting range, and he had the helmet cam on, eerily like I did. And he was at the shooting range, and it was target, so he would move from one obstacle to the next, and with, you know, laser precision, he was just gunning down these targets. And that spoke to me a lot, you know, how much he had guns on his mind or whatever. And he was a hobbyist. Like I said, he would take to something and he would just dive into it deep as he could. And I thought, wow, how creepy is that? But anyway, it's making me sick thinking about this. So also leading up to this trial, it had come out that he was like a child genius or whatever, because he had graduated from college at like 19 years old or something like that, and he was like the fencing champion. So competition, like he was very much into competition, and that really captivated me as far as his mentality and how this could have transpired that he had done this. And the guy, you know, that he shot was apparently just the nicest guy in the world. And it was ridiculous that he had to go out like that. Lots of friends, lots of family. Another interesting thing that happened to me during this about that is that one of my customers knew the victim. So I knew the assailant, and then a customer of mine knew the victim. So we got to sit down in my office and talk about these two individuals and what was going on. And we were both keeping up on the story, which was pretty fascinating to say the least. So yeah, and the guy, from all accounts, was not an evil person, was not a bad guy, but yeah, he got ended real hard. Another thing that they came up with about the murderer, or my buddy I should say, was that he had a bullet making station underneath his stairs at his house. So like I said, he was a hobbyist and he went deep into whatever, you know, kind of thing he was into at the time, whether it be photography or race cars or whatever. And I wasn't surprised to hear that he was making bullets, but the thing that captivated me about that was that he's under his stairs going through the process, making bullets, practicing the shooting. You know, guns and violence are on his mind. And I know that's not everybody that is into guns. You know, I know tons of people that like guns that aren't that I feel comfortable around, you know, that don't act weird and other things, but boy, it sure didn't help this situation that he was very much into weapons. Anyway,